Hello and welcome to Channel Sport on Sunday. I am Ken Ochonogo. And so it came to pass that to other Nigerians, Wilfred Ndidi, and the one we're always searching for, Kelechi Iheanacho. Yes, they won the FA Cup, beating Chelsea yesterday. And that adds to the list of Nigerians. Do we start from 1995 or 1988 of Nigerians who have won the English FA Cup? We shall look at the implication of that and how it is going to affect the other matches. Because I tell you, on Tuesday, it is still going to be Chelsea taking on Leicester. And on the 29th, it will be Chelsea taking on Manchester City. Back-to-back finals they've lost. And then Tuchel also was in the final last year of the UEFA Champions League, taking on Bayern Munich. What history is going to repeat itself? What history will be made? So, football is football. But we shall see how the city of Leicester, having won the league a few years back, are also celebrating their first ever FA Cup. And I tell you, before I leave that for further discussion, it is instructive to note that this is the 5th time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that Leicester has got into the final. They lost the previous 4. It was the 10th time Leicester has come against Chelsea in the FA Cup. 10 times, and 9 times they have lost. This the 10th time. It was the 10th time lucky. So when you try in life and you kept, I won't say failing, and you've not actually succeeded, it means when you think of Leicester, then you keep on trying and trying, and said, if I go to 5 finals, if I go to 4 finals and fail, the 5th one, I will leave the trophy. If I play a man 9 times and lost in a competition, the 10th time, definitely I am going to put it there. So that is the story of Leicester. That is the story of Wilfred Ndidi. And that is the story of Kelechi. They call him the senior man Kels. And I tell you, the way Leicester celebrate Kelechi, you would say that you have how a proud father celebrate his son or his daughter or their own children. So we should look at what is happening there at Leicester and celebrate with them. Manchester City, before then, also, by virtue of United losing to Liverpool, also picked their 7th league title. And I tell you, in the last 5 years, they've won it 3 times under Pep Guardiola. They are also in line to go for their first ever Champions League. Remember that they won the Cup Winners' Cup in the 70s, and that is the only European trophy that they had. But right now, with the pumping of cash into the Etihad, they are now a superpower, a football superpower. So come 29th, they want to cement their history. They want to do what Chelsea did in 2012 and see if the Roman dollars transform Chelsea into a superpower. What is the Etihad dollar doing for the blue side of Manchester? It has to be, it is all England. It is no longer taking place in Istanbul. But England said, bring it home. But UEFA says no. Let's go to Portugal. Let's go to Estádio de Dragão. Let's go to the home of Porto, and that is where it is going to take place. So we shall discuss the implications. We shall look forward and open the lines from you. You started last week, that's right, you Chelsea fans. You took over the show last week when you said Chelsea will triumph on the 29th. Today we are still counting down on all that and see where we're going to get to. In the Bundesliga, one man has done it. 40 goals he has scored. 40 goals he has scored. And that is the highest anybody have scored before now in the history of the Bundesliga. And that is Robert. I will call him Lewandowski because his parents named him Robert, and his parents is Robert Lewandowski. But he has scored 40 Bundesliga goals. In the La Liga, it is going to the wire. Everybody, have opportunity to go to the top. But it's like Barcelona is sliding because with 2 matches to go, it looks like, yes, if Atletico wins all their matches, those 2 matches, they will be crowned champions. And that probably that will be the third, for Diego Simeone. And coming back to Africa, right there in the pyramid city of the world. Enyimba, the people's elephant, will also be taking the pyramids of Egypt. How? The elephants, they've landed, and we shall see today by 5 p.m. in the first leg of the quarterfinals of the CAF Confederations Cup. Will Enyimba triumph? Will they get something on the away goal? Will they score? Will they come back? Are we expected to come up with something? We hope so. And innately, it will be, whenever they meet, it doesn't really matter whether they're meeting the first round, second round. They seldom meet in those earlier rounds. They normally meet in the quarters, semi-finals, and mostly finals. It will be Nadal taking on Djokovic, the world number one taking on the world number two. But one man is there on clay, and that man is the king of clay, Rafael Nadal. So Nadal will be taking on Djokovic. Between them, they've won that title in the past 16 years. They've won it 14 times. Nadal 9, Djokovic 5. So it is their trophy. Others just come to participate. When these guys are fit, I tell you, they go home with that. But then, where we want to start somewhere, we want to go to UK, we want to go to London to be precise, where we want to start the show from, because we want to talk athletics, we want to see how we are preparing, and who best to contact, who best to talk to than the man who was part of the quartet that won the Olympic gold. Yes, the Olympic gold in Sydney. And that was 21 years ago, Sydney 2000. So I tell you, we have Tafida Kazama on the line. Hello, Tafida. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Boss, how are you?
Oh, we are okay. Is it still cold in London? I mean, we are okay here. Is it still cold?
Pardon?
Is it still cold in London? How's the weather there?
Yeah, it's cold. Yeah, it's cold. It's rainy, and the London weather.
The London weather.
Yeah, the weather is crazy.
All right. Let's come back home. 21 years ago, at this time, you guys were preparing to go and get a gold medal for Nigeria. You traveled to the end of the world. You traveled to Australia, and then you brought us that gold. Even if the gold has to come in segment, because it took some time before it came. It didn't come when you were there. We are also now preparing to go to another Olympics, this time right there in Tokyo, also in the Far East. How you seen our preparations so far?
Thank you for having me. The preparation, honestly, is not without controversy. It's not without problems. It's not without hiccup here. It's not a secret anymore that the federation has been in crisis, honestly, where we had two factions until the Confederation of African Federation came and then sat down to look for resolution within the members. Although they left, they couldn't achieve much. But for the preparation, I think the minister should have done more by bringing the members. I'm not hopeful that anything, except we want to live on our delusion. But the participation, we are going there just to participate in athletics. I don't think we have hope of winning anything. Yeah, although they will tell the government that we can win, honestly, for monetary aspect of it. But I'm not optimistic, because if you look at it psychologically, what we are doing, because of the leadership crisis, which to me is, you can't discredit it without looking at greed from members, because all this fight, it's not about the athletes, it's about the members. It's about self. What can I gain from this place? That is what is there. Everybody is fighting for his account. It's not about athletes. What we are doing now, the crisis is all about self-interest. It's not about the athletes. So our preparation, take it from me, I'm telling you, we are going there. And maybe there will be surprise like Sydney when we went, that even flag was not there, that they said, no, after losing everything, we are not going. And then surprisingly, my teammate, Nefia Kudobom, performed the magic for us. But the minister can still salvage it if he wants to be a leader. She should stop taking side and look at the country as whole bring the members together genuinely and sit down and then find solution to. He can do it, but he don't want to do it because, most of the leaders now, everybody has his favorite. Everything is politics about Nigeria. And, we cannot, AFN is not different from what we are seeing in our country at the moment. The country, they say, show me your friend, I will tell you who you are. So what is happening in the country presently is the reflection of what is happening in track and field. So
okay, let me ask you this. You said they're not preparation. I think about 2 weeks ago, the track and field team, the athletics team, went to US for training. Is that not part of the preparation for Tokyo 2020?
No, sir. Look at the crisis. And prior to the crisis, how much has been given to athletes? Was money not budgeted? How much went to them? Nothing. You can't just pick somebody. It's sport. Even though you are a Manchester United supporter, you know how it works. That there is what we call preparation. You have to give them grants and everything. But nothing has been given. You just picked these athletes and then say, okay, let's go now. Let's go. You can do it. Let's go. It doesn't work like that. You have to train. You have to prepare. And this athlete has been suffering. I maintain my silence to see whether if Gazama is the problem of the federation. I went and I sat quiet. But even when I was quiet, the crisis was going on. I think these athletes just went there for participation to see if they can make this. We are talking about making standard now to go to Olympics, not about we are the best. Yes, we are the best. Then we are going. Remember that in 1999, when we went to South Africa for all African Games, before the Olympics, what happened? We won a gold. So, averagely, each and every one of us from Lesson Debada, Clement Chuku,
Enefiok,
Udobong, Unduka Ogbade, myself, so many of us. I think that trial, all of us, I think the last person, which was late Hajunus Anugu, each and every one of us ran 45. Can you say it that such thing is happening now? We knew then that, hang on, whatever happened will be in the final first. I cannot say the same about these present athletes now, and not because it's their fault. It's our fault completely. Each and every member must own up that we have failed these athletes and coaches as well. Because let
me interject there. Let me ask you this. Actually do you talked about the problems you have in the AFN? Actually, we're trying to be looking at actually the preparation for 2020. But is it the depth because we don't have enough talent? The talent are not much developed, or the problem we have, is it technical or is it administration?
I think the problem is administration, and the talents are there. You will agree with me that most of these athletes are talented, but where is the support? And who are the people that are supposed to rally for this support? The support is supposed to come from us. That is understanding ourselves, coming together, putting our proposals across, know who need what. But that has not happened. You understand? That does not happen. And all we are talking about is, I'm the president. No, I'm the president at the other side. No, I'm with that fashion. No, you are a saboteur. Oh, no, you are with that. You don't. There is nowhere on earth that if we put athletes in confusion, that they are going to give their best.
But unlike
there is no money for
Tafida, unlike other federations, I think the athletic federation have the athlete representative on as part of the board, as a board member. Are you not the ones? It's not the athletes that elect him into the board. How is it chosen?
Yeah, but the problem is that the athlete representative, I will say from the crisis, I will say athlete representatives, because honestly, we have been plunged. We have athlete rep, and then later on, it turned to athlete representatives, which we have. We are the only federation. I think with basketball that we have 2 presidents, 2 athlete rep, and 2 different board members. So, I mean, the minister will choose who he wants to work with. But from my understanding, both have been thrown under the bus. He does not listen to Sunday Adeleye, who was the elected athlete rep. And then when the crisis plunged, when we got ourselves into crisis again, and Charles Hima emerged, minister does not listen to him too. So I mean, that which means we do not have athlete rep in respect of athletes, the athletes that can sit down with the minister. He doesn't listen to Sunday Adele. He doesn't listen to Charles Hima. He doesn't listen to both of them.
But the AFN, the ministry reversed itself in the dissolution of the AFN, which means the AFN has a board, don't they? You don't have 2 boards. Do you have 2 boards in the AFN?
Yeah.
Do you have 2 boards? The minister reversed it. The AFN board has not been dissolved, just like other boards, isn't it?
The minister cited legal consequences of his decision. You understand? That was the reason. It was a farce and ploy that he reversed the. I mean, wherever he is now, I know he'll be watching me. We were friends until maybe, I know, 1, 2, 3, and 4. They will say that is Gazama being Gazama. But it's not about Gazama being Gazama. Gazama is somebody that will tell you what you need to hear. I mean, the minister, how can, if you dissolve board where you have 2 presidents, if you want to dissolve the board, I think it is fair for you to get somebody completely independent from that federation who has the administrative knowledge, because it's not by, you can be the best athlete and you cannot be the best coach. So you have to look at somebody who is neutral and say, okay, who is neutral here? I guess this person is neutral, and then be the administrator pending when the election will take place. But he because remember that he went, I'm doing this for people to know what has transpired and what is happening. You understand? That's why I'm brought up on this program, because it's part of the preparation.
Okay, Gazama, let's come back here. You guys prepared for Olympic 2000 and you got result. What do you think we should do now? Like you said, we still have 67 days, 67 good days to the kickoff, to the start of the Olympics. I mean, about 2 months to go. Are you saying that preparation is going to be made that probably our relay teams can also replicate what you guys did 21 years ago?
But don't also forget that there was this person in the name of Adeyemi Wilson, the best president ever. You understand? Him and Dan Ingere. That's all I can remember. You understand? At that particular time that we were there before this crisis, he gave us everything we needed then to prepare. We started preparing ahead of time. Though, you know, you have to show your commitment for you to be part of anything that will make you prosper. So we were doing our own thing with NFA. We were competitive. We were competing with each other. I think we were competing. We were running against each other at home then, before the Olympics. So we were fully prepared with about, I think, 6 or 7 competitions before the trial. That is not happening now. If I can remember, there is not even competition in Nigeria now. Even if there is, there is one. It's 2 factions. One that, okay, go and run in that place, and the athletes will be threatened. Don't go to that place. If we have many competition, even if I don't agree with you, you don't go and run and get yourself in shape. So that has not happened. Where are we going to get the 60-something days is not enough. I remember even when we went to training tour, we were competing there. We were running against ourselves and running against other nationals. We went to Adelaide, remember? A month to Olympics, we were in Adelaide. We were running against each other. We were beating each other. You know, this one will lose to that. This one will lose to that. And you have people like Auntie Emilia, you know, then, what do you call him? Solomon Abare. Okay, I will mention his name, Brown Ebewele, and everybody was there. They were all doing their best to making sure that we are who we are. And then,
Okay.
but
Then let me
Tony
ask you.
Oshoku,
Yes.
Tony Oshoku as well.
Okay. Osheko, yeah. Okay.
Oshoku is the brain behind it.
Yes. 21 years ago, you guys were boys. Today, you guys are no longer boys. You are men. So what have you cropped yourself in Nethiok? Of course, and the brother is no more. Clement Chukwu is there. All right. Take it easy. I will want to take a very short break. And when we come back, Gazama, you will answer this question and we'll round up the interview. You stay with us. Okay, you're welcome back. Before we went on break, we've been having this chat with Olympic gold medalists. You can count them your fingers. How many of them has won gold medal for Nigeria? Go back to Choma, go back to the dream team of 1996, and then this team. So it's not something that I did already. In a country of about 200 million, we still have them. They're supposed to be a special breed. Tafida, let's go back to London and meet Tafida. Let me ask you this straight question. Like I said before we went on break, I said 21 years ago, you guys were boys. You talked about Tony Okeshu, Tony Ocheku. You're talking about Brown Ebewele. You're talking about Emilia. All of them that has helped you guys to achieve that goal. What have you guys been doing to support athletics, to build that federation, to discover youth who will replace you? From what you are saying, like you guys don't even have a united front. You don't, even kids these days, children that finish school 5 years ago, they have a WhatsApp group where they chat and point. What is happening to you, the elite athletes, that went to, you competed for so many years before you won that gold for Nigeria and after. What are you guys doing? Forget the minister this time around. Even outside the federation, as a platform, what are you guys doing to say you want to rescue athletics? You want to go to where we've been going to. Athletics gave us the first ever medal. You remember? In this country, internationally, what are you guys doing?
Absolutely. I would tell you that you said we should remove the office of them because I cannot target this minister alone. I have to refer to almost every minister that occupied that office. What is happening with our sport is simply politics. And for example, in the let's say in the South now. If an Ethiop, do you think if an Ethiop come out and stand and say, I want to be a board member, do you think he can win? He cannot win. You know why? Because politicians want to use their money. I can win because I have this embedded politics in me. But the right people, if you tell Deji Aliu to stand in the Southwest, for example, can he win? Absolutely not. Because what? Politics. And if they want athletics, okay, let me suggest this thing, and even if some of them may not like Gazama for it, but it is my opinion. If they can change the guideline to remove money politics out of election, then the right people will emerge. The glory that we are looking for will be there. But if not, I'm telling you that you see this crisis, it will go beyond this board. Because, for example, the minister, of course, he controls the sport in Nigeria. He knows what I'm talking about. If he doesn't know, those that are around him are not ignorant, they know. Ministry can be sued in the right court, which is Court of Arbitration for Sport. International World Athletics, now is World Athletics. They can be sued too. And the corrupt CAA can be sued until we do the right thing to eliminate money out of our own politics, because it goes hand to hand in conjunction with what is happening in our nation. Just as I initially said, that money show me your friend, I will tell you who you are. So if they can change the guidelines, for example, although honestly,
you are trying to observe yourself. You've not answered my question. My question is, do you interact? Do you as a team, do you interact? Do you interact with NFL? Do you interact? I mean, those of you, the ex-athletes, do you interact among yourselves? I said, what is the roadmap for us to go? Do you do that? That's what I'm saying. And then if you do that, what do you discuss? How, what is your intention? What is your vision in how to, score to this? And because you're talking about the guidelines and other things beyond the elections, what do you do? Of course, I cannot vote in your election because I'm not an athlete. There are people who are there and people by your ex-athletes. Do you speak with one voice? Or you are also you are divided, apart from the board being divided, you guys, are you united as a team, speaking with one voice? That's what I'm trying to get from you, Gassama.
Let me tell you. Yes. We are united as athletes. You know what is happening? You know what is funny about our top? Okay, let me give them a bit of stick. Just about 2 months ago, if you go to social media, you will find fantastic solution. Everybody is saying this, everybody is saying that. And then time to ask and say, okay, even if I'm not going to win, let me put myself forward. They lost their voice. That conversation is no longer there. They disappeared. And shortly after the election again, they will come back with barrage of complaint again, solution here and there. I don't want to hear nothing from any of them again, because if I want to mention them, I will mention a lot of them, and they are stakeholders in this game. They lost their voices now. They are not saying anything. This is the time for them to come out. If they need to protest, let them protest and say, you know what? It is time to put athletics in forward. I'm coming out. I'm not hearing that from them. They lost their voice cowardly. They have I mean, we get to use this word. I mean, because honestly, it's not derogatory. Because when they say somebody is a coward, which means you lost, I'm not insulting them, but that is who most of them are. They disappeared from the scene, and then shortly after the election again, they will emerge. Wherever they are, they should come out and participate. If they want to, if protest will be the only thing or impetus that will be giving strength for this sport to move forward, let them come out and make their voices known. If not, I guess the politicians and the same people will come out. And I'm telling you, this crisis, I have indicated where it's headed to, is going to continue, and athletics will disappear in Nigeria. That's what I'm telling you.
Before we leave this discussion, let me ask you this. You are accusing your fellow athletes, and they also say the same thing of you, because are you putting yourself forward to contest? If you're not putting yourself forward to contest, why are you asking others to do the same?
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
I will contest only when I see people like the NFA, people like Lebe Chuku, people like Deji Aliu, although Deji Aliu is now a coach, those great athletes, if they put themselves forward and declare their intention, I will contest. But if none of them come out, honestly, I'll be, because don't forget that all this problem they say is Gassama that is causing, because I'm the scapegoat. Oh, it's Gassama. Everything. Oh, no, it's Gassama. Where is Gassama now? Oh, Gassama. I kept quiet. Oh, Gassama is quiet because he must be planning something behind to destabilize this federation. If I speak, why are you speaking now? So whichever side I cannot win. People like NFA and people like Deji, I will mention them. People like Ocon is a coach. He should stick to his coaching. Man, he shouldn't contest. He should stick to his coaching stuff. You can't be a board member and prevent another person from coming. Seek that place for an FF to come out. Okay, go to Southeast. I believe my good friend Clement, let me say it on telly now, he want to contest. You understand? He want to contest. Patrick is there too. Let them go there. They are both of them. They should defeat themselves. And on Southwest, as I mentioned, the Jali, honestly, I cannot speak for them, but Fatula too want to contest, who watch and monitor how we progress to this situation. Let him put himself forward too, because I believe the mind is there. Olamide, I don't, honestly, I don't know. Can he do much? I don't think he can do much.
All right.
So tell those people to come out and contest. And then, I will put myself forward.
Gazama, don't problem. I think we'll still come. It's still 67 days to Tokyo 2020. Maybe before then, we'll bring you back, and then we'll now know. I get your feel from you on how you think we can make it in 2020. Thank you. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Gazama.
Thank you, sir. It's my pleasure too.
All right.
Bye bye.
Okay, that's Tafida Gazama. He won part of the quartet that won the gold medal for us 21 years ago in Sydney 2020. And we are going to Tokyo 2020. Okay, that's Sydney 2000, sorry. Now 21 years back. And in 2020 now we are going to Tokyo to see how we can replicate what they did. But then the House of Athletics, just like almost all the federations, or not almost, wrestling is not in tatters. Weightlifting, they are doing so well. We have a lot of federations that are doing well, but in most cases, in some of other ones, it is like heads knocking themselves instead of coming together to put the eggs in one basket and how we can strive. It's like the pulling apart. Of course, the minister did reverse himself in the dissolution of the AFN board, but then the house is still not one. So we move from there. We'll open the line soon, just like we did last week, to celebrate those teams and look how we can go. But let's see how Jimmy's in the house. Jimmy, you're welcome to the show.
My pleasure to be here, and instructive to hear Tafida talk about other athletes competing and all that. It's been one that always thrown, his friend the heart to say, acting phrase to say he wants to contest, he wants to make the difference. But right now, I think that in local parlance, he will be on the long thing if he expects that the likes of any Udobong will contest before he can, actually try to make the difference. He has it all to do. If he's got something to offer, why doesn't he come up? I mean, I think when you consider the fact that there is so much politicization of the system right about now, you will now need more of any and everyone that can, foist change to come up.
Can you be used if you don't want to be used?
It's hard to answer that. You may not be used if you don't want to be used, but you could also be used when circumstances beyond your control.
Let me give you the context in which I say that. He's accusing other his fellow athletes that nobody want to come outside. And I ask him, do you people have a platform? Do you speak? Do you meet? Do you discuss? Are you getting me? And so if you guys are doing that, if you come together and you agree on how to take Nigerian athletics forward, is it possible for somebody to use you when you guys are united?
I actually feel that pecuniary interest had been at the bottom of all this. When you consider the fact that majority of those that are actually against the system at the moment, they want to force change, but they do not have the goodwill right about now. So it's hard to say, because some of them had been there in the system. Look at Yali is in the system. You see Deji Aliu is doing his thing with making of Yusuf Ali is there, is being around and about. It's hard to say really, because there are some, they are just playing the sit-down look game.
Yusuf, Deji are all in technical aspect. They're not in administration.
It's hard to say because you are in the technical. I don't agree with him when he says stick to your coaching.
No, I agree. Of course, if a coach wants to contest, that's different entirely.
Because at the end of the day, you consider the fact that Sunday Adeleye, technical director, also appointed athlete rep, all those are issues that they need to resolve. If moving forward, they do not want to have somebody that is the athlete rep being a technical director, they have to look at the constitution again. Now they are using the constitution for 2017. If they do not come together, all stakeholders come together to say, let's beat ourselves in the room and come out. Anybody that knows how these things work will know, if they all go into a room smiling,
if they come out smiling,
if they come out,
they've not told themselves the truth. All right,
so
okay. Let's hope they will, like Jimmy is saying, they will get themselves into a room, and when they come out, they will not smile, but they will have told themselves the truth. Because when you come out, when you enter there, start patting yourself in the back. Okay, like Jimmy said, or like Ken said, then probably you come out, you wouldn't have achieved any result.
Exactly.
It's time to look first and first. Let us start with the men in the mirror. Tell themselves, what do I need to do to push this federation forward? Okay, let's go back to the very beginning. We started by celebrating. Let's see how Manchester City. Let's take some tweets and see how they celebrated themselves. The senior man Kells, indeed, he celebrated with his daughter and says, "My daughter's birthday." I think Leicester has come a long way from when they were taking over, coming in from before they get the promotion, and the rest of them all are getting to where they are today.
Yes.
It has to do with money, it has to do with investment, it has to do with commitment, it has to do with the vision.
Exactly.
And I think that is what took them there. Okay, that is...
perfect birthday gift for my daughter. What a feeling having to see the fans again. Thank you, everyone.
That is indeed, yes, so the fans again. 21,000. Exactly. 21,000 spectators were there to witness Leicester beat Chelsea, and pick up the FA Cup. And that is this man.
That's Kasper Schmeichel.
Yes.
Dreamt of this moment as a boy. Dreams come true. So proud of this team. FA Cup winners 2021.
His father,
when the father was winning titles in 1992.
That is Leicester celebrating who?
Leicester.
Senior man
Kelechi.
Senior man Kelechi.
There's been a complete turnaround, and Senior man Kels has been at the pivot of that turnaround for Leicester City.
I think he's the MVP.
He has to be the MVP.
Yes, and that is
very well.
That is the guest of honor before the match started.
And you remember when it was about Vichy, the crash and all the whatnot. They have been able to overcome that as a club. They have been consistent. They have, been up and doing, ensuring as much as possible they had the bulk of that team. The likes of Vardy, the likes of Ndidi, they have been able to keep them together. Now they are churning out results aplenty. Yeah,
and like you said, somebody said you don't keep good players on the bench. Because Kelechi has now found form. They're now playing 4-4-2 to accommodate between himself and Vardy.
At a point in time, everyone would have felt it would be difficult for Kelechi to make that team, especially with the likes of Vardy. But, injuries actually afforded him a place in that particular team, and he never let up. It's about commitment to the cause, discipline. I think a lot of people had talked him down because of indiscipline issues that they felt he was indisciplined and all that.
This is a Nigerian trophy.
These are smiles for Nigeria, really.
This is a Nigerian trophy.
These are the things that makes us, watch football. We are delighted about it. Nigeria is being represented at the highest level. Not a player, not two, even other players that played for Leicester. Ahmed Musa, wherever he is,
they'll be celebrating,
and that's instructive. Making them the 8th and 9th Nigerians.
Yeah, let's see how many Nigerians. Let's see how many Nigerians has won this trophy. Do we start from 1988? Where we want to come? Do we say John Fashanu won this? Okay, here they are.
What passport does he have? That's Daniel Ambokachi, 1995, playing for Everton. Nwako Kanu, 2002, 2003, 2008.
Yeah, the first two with Arsenal, the second one with Portsmouth.
The last one with Portsmouth.
Yes.
Celestine Babayaro in 2000.
With Chelsea.
John Utaka, 2008 with Portsmouth.
With Portsmouth.
John Obi Mikel, 2007, 2009, 2010, 2012.
That with
Serial
Chelsea.
winner, you want to say.
With Chelsea.
With Chelsea.
Yeah.
Alex Iwobi, 2017 with Arsenal. With Arsenal.
Yeah.
Emphasis laid.
Victor Moses with Chelsea.
2018 Chelsea. Wilfred Ndidi, 2021 Kelechi, Senior man Kels, Ian Acho, 2021. And that's the story.
So you can see that Arsenal has how many players from Arsenal? Alex Iwobi and
Kanu and Iwobi.
And Kanu and Iwobi.
But
Chelsea has how many? Celestine Babayaro,
John Obi Mikel,
Victor Moses. Wow.
Nice.
So Celestine Babayaro is okay. That he's also there. So those are the things. And then I tell you, maybe Chelsea has provided a lot of winners, a lot of wins for Nigeria.
A lot of wins, Chelsea, a lot of winners, a lot of fans, and a lot of controversies.
Okay. So those are the ones that have done it. So we'll soon try and see how we can open the line so that you can join the discussion. For you Chelsea fans, I really want to hear from you because last week, you took over. Exactly. The line should be open now. You guys should join this conversation. Robert Lewandowski, 40 Bundesliga goals.
55 goals last season,
and he was injured.
He was injured. You would have thought that maybe he was going to slow down.
By now he would have scored 50.
But he didn't slow down.
Yeah.
Equaling a record of 49 years by Gerd Müller. When he did the feat, he accomplished the feat. He had Forever Jet on his shirt, and I think that's instructive.
Yeah.
He recognizes the fact that Gerd Müller is a legend. He's trying to emulate a legend. Having scored so many goals, having been consistent for that club, lifting the club whenever they seem to be down, it has to be said, Lewandowski, we have to be proud about what he has achieved, because we are watching him. Like, we may not understand how well he's faring now, because the likes of Gerd Müller, we look at what they have been able to do, we always praise them. Lewandowski is our superstar striker right about
He's the
now.
best. He's the reigning best footballer of the year.
Exactly.
So how else how much football celebrate him? He's got in there. La Liga. Let us see the La Liga, because like it's going down to the wires.
Well, you look at it and you feel that Atletico from January, when they had that major slump, if they didn't have that major slump by now they would have wrapped it up. Because in January they blew a 10-point lead, and at this moment you are talking about a 2-point lead.
Yes.
Where if they slip up, anything could happen, because Real Madrid has got
that's the table,
an advantage.
80, 78, 76.
78, 76. I think Barcelona is out of this.
Except, of course,
a miracle. I don't know why Koeman is calling it a little miracle. If that miracle happens, that would be a magnificent one. So I won't call it little. So you look at the Atletico, all they need is ensure that they win that game. If they do win, Real Madrid also, they will be open for a slip-up. But if they win that 2 games, they are home and dry.
Atletico wins that 2 games, they are home and dry.
They are home and dry. But right now, they cannot afford to win 1 and draw one. Because
Real Madrid can win the
2, and because of the advantage they have over them,
that takes them to 84.
Exactly, that takes them to 84.
Because, but also, if Atletico has advantage, head-to-head advantage over Real Madrid.
No, Real Madrid has got the advantage over them.
Okay, but because Real went to beat them, it was Real.
They have that number.
Okay, let's go to Calabar. We have Collins on the line. Hello, Collins.
Wow.
Hello. Are we having a delayed? Collins, are you still there?
I'm there.
All right, let's hear you. Let's just speak up. Speak up.
Good afternoon, Channel Sports.
Good afternoon.
I would like to contribute to a repertoire of information you've given us this afternoon.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. Okay. Congratulations to Nigeria. Yes. Yeah, you guys were trying to bring in John Fashanu into the equation. What passport was Fashanu carrying when he played for Wimbledon? Fashanu never played for Nigeria, and I think he never agreed to play for Nigeria, so I don't think Fashanu should be recognized.
Collins actually, he agreed to play for Nigeria. He was invited, he came over, but he was not used. There were better players then in the team. And that's the narrative. People say, he came. They invited him. He came to Nigeria. He was part of the team, but he was never used. So he came. Are you there, Collins? Okay, I think Collins is there. He's told that story over and over and over again. Because then you have to take by means. You had a lot of senior players, very good players then, when they invited him. John Fashanu did come. He wanted to play, but like he said, in his own way, he said, I wasn't good enough to make the team. But he traveled from England and came, trained with the team, but couldn't make the team.
And it's not going to end right about now. I think that that's why a couple of weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, you talked about the book by Olise.
Yeah.
The audacity to refuse. And that's exactly the story you're trying to paint here. Let these stars, let our legends, let these
tell their stories.
Tell their stories. Because most of these things, before you know it, they become fables.
Yeah.
And when it goes viral, it sticks.
It sticks there. That is all the thing. That is the truth.
So it's always better for them to articulate that thought as much as possible, put it in books, and we can all read from there. understand what their own perspectives had been, what exactly had transpired, what exactly we need to know, and what exactly we need to guard against moving forward.
Okay, we're still talking football. Enyimba, they are right there in Egypt. You know, like I said, when you look at countries, when you look at Egypt, the first they're going to see is the pyramid. You know, well, we used to have the pyramid in Kano. Exactly. In Kano, you know, the granite pyramids. You know, so in Egypt, you see the pyramids of Egypt, part of the 8 wonders. It's 7 or 8 or 9 wonders of the world. I don't know, and it's one of the wonders anyway. So you have those wonders in the world. And then, okay, let's go back to Calabar again because we have Frederick on the line. Hello, Frederick.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Go on.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Please, I want to ask a simple question. My question is, they mentioned Mikel Obi, that he is a 4-time FA Cup winner. Is this still under Chelsea?
Yes, all 4 under Chelsea, yes. Under Chelsea. Is that okay? All right.
For Iban Pyramids, I think the last time they actually did win against. Okay.
Let's go on a break, and when we come back, Channel Sport on Sunday continues. Okay, you're welcome back. It is the Channel Sport on Sunday, and Okbe is in the house.
Okay, it's nice being here after the terror of the road, and you do just try and be as successful as possible. Prior to now, when anything bad goes wrong around the cantonment, they say it's Ikeja cantonment. But when it's good, they say it's Bolade cantonment. After they won the FA Cup, people are saying, yeah, the first Oshidi boy to actually get the FA Cup.
Of course.
Okay. All right.
Yes, indeed, he grew up in
Bolade cantonment. When it's not okay, it's Ikeja cantonment.
He's a cantonment boy. So that they are celebrating the FA Cup victory in the cantonment here, Ikeja cantonment. That is where Ndidi grew up.
Yeah, proud of
so Omo Barracks, that's good. You guys can celebrate that.
Yes.
And before we went to break, we're talking about Pyramids versus Enyimba.
Yes.
That they were playing today by 5 p.m. right there in Egypt. And we hope that the CAF Confederations Cup of quarterfinal, the first leg, that is their rival. And that is, they say we have arrived. That is Enyimba.
Together for victory.
They are, yes.
The last time they won.
That is when they arrived in Cairo. So you can see the Elephant Boys are right there in Cairo, ready to do battle and do Nigeria proud.
We just hope they are able to do the needful. The last time they won away from home was in 2011. That was against Al Hilal. Now they'll be facing a team that was in the final last year, RS Bekani. So at this point in time,
who have on the line?
Amma.
All right, let's go to Abuja because we have Amma right there on the line. Amma, how are you?
I'm good, Ken. Good afternoon. This is Amma Ignis.
I know this voice. And the voice of NNL. Okay, right now, give us the update on NNL.
Ken, let me commend you guys, the guys in the studio. And let me also start by wishing Enyimba the best of luck. It's a winner takes all in a two-legged affair. We wish they know it's a top pyramid to climb.
Yeah.
They will be able to surmount it.
Thank you.
NNL is ongoing, as you know. Of course, we had matches since Friday to today. We have only 3 games today to round off this week's edition. And of course, we've been having draws, we'll be having winners, emerging, and people winning our way and all that.
What did Bayelsa play?
That's the way it's been. Bayelsa played 1-1.
Okay.
Bayelsa played 1-1.
Okay, I spoke with their coach, and we spoke on Friday. So they were playing at Agege, you know. So all right. Yeah. So which other what are the, I think Amma wait first. I think probably we'll try as much as possible if we can be hearing from you most Sundays so that you give us NNL. We'll try and reach out to you.
My lines are always open, Ken. My lines are always open.
Okay.
I know we've been old war horses years back.
Okay,
and
yeah, of course.
You guys are doing a great job talking about the leagues, especially the most important league. You guys are doing great. But let me just say a little one or two things about Kelechi and then AFN.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was thinking I'll be rooting for Chelsea, but on a very sentimental level, I looked at it that we have two brothers who are key stakeholders at the Super Eagles level, and let me congratulate them. Although somebody has said that Kelechi was hoisting Nigeria's flag around his neck, but he needed to now write on the flag, which probably he shouldn't do. It became a topic that Kelechi, while celebrating, wrote, yes, senior man, on the flag. But I think he did it out of ignorance. He should be forgiven for whatever he wrote on the national flag, because if he knew, he probably wouldn't have written it. But what is important is that he held Nigeria lofty high with what he did yesterday. Congratulations to them, and it's for joining the list of Nigerian players who had won the prestigious England FA Cup. To the AFN matter, I'm very disturbed as a sportscaster that I think the minister should play more role of the father, trying to see how he can bring both warring parties or factions together. If you look at now that we're yet to qualify for the relays, even though we are aware that our athletes are trying in the US to see if they can get anything to see us qualify after we missed the last World Relays. Of course, this is not too good. We've had a lot of skirmishes in the federations. Basketball, we've had, I think in judo, we're having athletics. These things are not doing sports any good. You remember those days when people watch athletics more than they watch football?
Exactly.
At the National Stadium in Lagos, we all took part to watch athletes train. The inauthenticalities of this world, the Meronalis of this world. We watch them just training at the National Stadium. You almost have a jam-packed field. It's no longer the same. Everything has gone disarray. How can we have some of these ministers coming in as sports as a games master general? They need to play a very central role and being objective. How can they meddle into their affairs to see that there is peace, that things are wrong the way it is wrong? And if there are government policies, how do they align it with what the federations have as their programs? I'm really still worried about the development in AFN, and it's not a story we should be hearing in Nigeria. Year in, year out. Trouble in basketball, trouble in AFN, trouble in these sports, trouble in
even in rugby.
Yes. It's scary. Look at it is the athletes that are suffering all of this. It is the athletes that are suffering it.
Yeah.
It is the athletes that suffer all this infighting, court cases here, court cases there. It's a big shame, and I'm not happy about it as a Nigerian.
Thank you very much, Ama. Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Well done. We'll keep you updated with MNL news as the matches unfold later today.
All right. Thank you very much, Ama. Ama Ignis is the spokesperson for the NNL. He calls it the most important league in Nigeria. That is where they come out from. And like you said, probably the minister should be the father of all. When things that he should be the one. He should be the one they want to go to say, look, both parties we have an issue. Father, please can you settle it for us? Definitely. But the letter that from the ministry to World Rugby, that letter is not good to read. We won't read that letter here.
No. Ken, I think Amma said something. I think I want us to look at it. That he desecrated the Nigerian flag by writing. I watched a lot of World Cups, Formula 1, and people go to those tournaments with national flags, writing Newcastle for Alan Shearer. So it's a common thing in the sporting.
I totally don't agree.
Desecration
the flag of any national of any nation.
Jimmy, I'm not saying whether you agree. I'm saying what I've seen in sport. I've been watching World Cups since 82, and I've seen people coming with national flag, proclaiming whoever they want to support.
I personally feel that
even in Formula 1,
it amounts to desecration of the identity of the country.
I
do not
because it's a common practice.
Let's see if we can dig out things like that. But then can we? Okay. On a quieter note. Where you take this. Tomorrow is 17th of May. Tomorrow, Emmanuel Ogwejofo Okala. Yes, Okala. He will be 70 years. Tomorrow is his birthday. That's the guy. That's the best goalkeeper that have come out of this country. That is the legend himself. And I tell you, tomorrow he turns 3 decades and 10.
The biblical 3 square and 10.
Yeah.
I think he was like a pace setter. I think the best showstopper we've ever had in this country.
With his track suit, man. He wears the tracks.
Yeah, that was also.
I have never seen a goalkeeper do that before him. He wears that track. Others wear shorts.
Yeah.
He will wear the track.
Exactly.
And I think despite all he has seen, I think we should be grateful to God for him seeing this
70 years
biblical score and 10.
Yes. Cheers, Emmanuel Okala. Cheers to a legend. Cheers to one of our own that we look out for. And also, I think I have a friend also who wants to celebrate his birthday tomorrow. Madam Lizzie of Lizzie Catering. Happy birthday to 17th of May, you guys. But we're celebrating Emmanuel Okala. I tell you, if you have watched him play, growing up when Okala stays in the post, they call it the man mountain, and he stretches his hand.
Yeah.
You ask yourself, where the ball won't take pass. You don't understand. And the great Ernesto Okonkwo, there was that, I think it was Rangers versus Electric Football Club of Ethiopia. Okay. And then when the guy took the ball, he shouted, Emmanuel Ogwejofo Okala, he is fantastic. Wow, he's both fantastic and terrific. So he's fantastic.
Wow.
Emmanuel Okala, you are fantastic.
When you have Emmanuel behind the 2 Christians, you are sure of that defense.
Between the 2 Christians.
The 2 Christians and Emmanuel at the back.
I tell you.
Fantastic keeper by any standard.
Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury, Saudi Arabia, August the 14th.
Side still agreed. Whether we'll have that fight this year is something Bob Arum has been talking about.
August the 14th, I'm telling you, it's a date that they've said.
Well, Bob Arum has come out, and I think I want to tilt towards Bob Arum.
Why? Why not Eddie Hearn?
I love to be different.
Why not Eddie Hearn?
I love to be different here. He's saying that there's probably a kind of desperation coming from Eddie Hearn because he's got only a fight left on his contract with Anthony Joshua. You've seen Mayweather has been obnobbing with Anthony Joshua. Maybe there's something that they are going to sign that may affect Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn wants it to happen desperately. So if it's only the side deals, because I see what Bob Arum is trying to say, there are ancillary stuff, broadcast deals that have not been agreed. The only major things that we know is that they have talked about the £200 million. They have talked about the site where the stadium that they are going to specially create.
Yes.
The stadium that is going to specially create. Right about now at Saudi Arabia, 11 p.m. is already 23 degrees. So they are considering the fact that if they could have 18,000 for Andrew Rees Jr. in 2019, they need to have something more special for Joshua and
maybe 50,000, maybe 100,000.
Maybe 50,000, maybe 100,000. But whatever it is, it has to be totally special.
Something different.
But the truth now is in sporting community now, the most important thing now is the venue, because it's very difficult getting anybody to host anything. South Korea have said they might not be going to Qatar 2020 because of COVID.
North Korea has already pulled out.
The Champions League final was taken from Istanbul on the way to Porto in Portugal. So when you have the site, I think it's 90%
set.
But where you don't have the broadcast deals,
the money they can drop the money.
No, it doesn't work that way.
What doesn't work that way?
Okay, the Saudi Arabian authorities still need to go through due diligence to ensure this fight pulls through. There's still a lot of financial details we don't understand. We just know the entire package. But there are still going to be other things that right now, August does not seem realistic. And I agree with Bob Arum. I'm only trying to say
they said
he may not be.
Eddie Hearn says Bob Arum has always been
say a lot of things that eventually they will postpone the fight.
Eddie Hearn have been working. Bob
Arum is also a part of the team.
But he has not done anything positive. He has not done anything positive for this.
Again,
he's not the major guy.
There are 3 of them. He's one of the major guys.
Bob
Arum, he is. Bob Arum,
the person pushing him is Eddie Hearn.
No,
he's the main guy.
All the promoters need to agree.
Yeah, that is what Eddie said. Eddie said, look, even if you are not working, Don't be announced. We work for you to eat. We work for you to eat. And if you don't just want to eat, you are causing trouble. Nadal takes on Djokovic today. Then their 57th meeting.
Yeah, on clay. Any day it has to be Nadal.
Any day?
Any day.
Any day?
Even as a prelude to
any day it has to be Nadal. But when you consider the fact that in Rome it's been 5-3, it's a little bit close. It's not as if it's been a total domination. Djokovic on his good day can always.
And he said, "I'm not afraid of Nadal."
Jimmy, you are saying
you have something in okay. Last week we talked about Berrettini. He said it was going to be a total washout. It didn't happen.
I said
it was
comfortable.
I said comfortable.
No. It wasn't comfortable. Zverev won. Give it to
I
didn't
say Berrettini will win. I only said I wasn't going to.
Exactly the way you are doubting. Exactly the way you are doubting at the end. The same thing you are doing here, playing the devil's advocate. That was what you did. That was what you did.
Ken, let me ask you a simple question.
Agree that
Zverev won. Can Djokovic defeat Nadal on his good day?
Agree on the clay.
Yes.
On clay.
Yes.
Jimmy, I think we need to look into the definition of good again.
Because if he's got a 3-5,
you are mounting someone against.
Jimmy, you have not admitted that you did the wrong call. That you doubted Zverev. You doubted Zverev last week.
No.
You doubted Zverev. You said he has not been consistent. We are closing. Jimmy, we are closing.
We are closing. We wait to see what happens, Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. But I think it will be the greatest.
All right, man.
Happy birthday once more to Emmanuel.
And also happy married life to you.
Happy married life, Theophilus Agbonlao, Tio, the kid of the house, the Catalan. Yesterday was his wedding. He's not a man, the kid is not a man. And when he comes back, we are going to celebrate him. I'm Kenneth Chenogo. So Tio and his wife have a wonderful married life.
Yes, sir.